If you've already watched some of my other videos, you already know that I like portable operations like POTA and SOTA, and QRP-CW is my favorite way to operate in the field. I have a new CW paddle that I'd like to share with you that is small and light, but has a nice, light, smooth touch. Happy holidays, and welcome to the House of Ham. I am Bob, WV7W. In this Christmas edition, I'm going to show you the new SP4 POTA SOTA Mini Morse Code Magnetic Paddle from CW Morse. The SP4 is designed by Larry, N0SA, who has designed and built some really nice CW paddles and keys. Now initially Larry was making these paddles, but he was only doing it on the side. Now I'm a big fan of CW Morse, keys and paddles, and in this video I went over the lightweight double paddle and the micro Morse code key. So how is this one different from the mini paddle? Well, first of all is size. As you can see, it is quite a bit smaller than the mini paddle. And the mini paddle is mostly 3D printed. The SP4 has some 3D printed parts, but the paddle handles are aluminum and the main base is a PC board. Now the finger pads and the frame on this SP4 are 3D printed. The SP4 also has an adjustable magnetic return, as where the mini paddle has a spring return. Now overall, I like the SP4 size and feel. The one thing I do like better on the mini paddle is it has the 3.5mm jack on the back, where the SP4 has an attached cable. Now I can see why they did this, as the size of it doesn't really allow for the connector. The SP4 has an adjustable magnetic tension by turning this Allen screw, and each of the paddle's gaps can be adjusted with this Allen screw. I have this one set pretty close, and it's about as light a touch as I can get. It has a really nice feel to it. Not that the mini paddle has a bad feel, but this feels much more refined. Now the SP4 is almost twice the price of the mini paddle, so does it feel twice as nice? I don't think so. But I think if you take into the account the feel, the quality, and the size, it does warrant the price. Now I want to talk for just a minute about the customer service at CW Morse. I had heard that their service is top-notch. Well, I now have first-hand experience that is 100% true. This paddle is not my first SP4. It is in fact a replacement for the first one I got, which had an issue dropping dits about 10% of the time. Turns out they had issues with some of the early units that has been corrected with some conductive grease impregnated with microsilver particles. Joseph sent me this replacement and a return shipping label the very next day. This kind of service is rare and greatly appreciated. Now this paddle works flawlessly, and I think it's going to be a regular part of my portable kit. Like I said, it has a really nice feel, and it's nice and small. Here it is plugged into my QCX Mini. It is fairly quiet. Maybe not as quiet as my MFJ bencher style paddle, but it's quieter than my other CW Morse pocket paddle. This thing isn't cheap, coming in at $82 or almost twice the cost of the pocket paddle, and right now the website shows them out of stock. So if you want one, it may be a while. CW Morse is a fairly small family-run business. So, should you go out and buy one? Well, CW paddles and keys are a very personal thing. Everyone has their own taste, and you may not like what I do. There are those that don't really care about the feel. They just slap the paddles around and are perfectly content. And then there are those that are very particular of spacing and tension. So much so that some of them use feeler gauges to set the spacing. I fall somewhere in the middle. And I like the size and feel of this. So if you're like me, I don't think you can go wrong. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to give that like button a tap. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing. In the meantime, here is another video you may like. Until next time, happy holidays and 73s.